Hey, Kat. How's your week been?
It's been there. Crazy. Stress.
What's stressing you out this week?
Want the honest truth or the lie?
Honest truth. I would hope.
I would say everything, but mostly just pretty much anxiety, everything that's going on with me.
Do you want to go into depth about that?
Um,
Because the last time I remember you wanted to talk about your mother, but we got cut short on time.
yeah, there's a little bit of her in there. It's just, there's a whole lot of things. Like, how the heck do you deal with a dude who says they like you and you have no idea what just happened? Like, I was in, it actually brought memories back of what happened to me in freshman year of high school, where the dude wants to kiss me, and I'm like, wait, no, what? I'm like, felt like I knew what, I've heard those words before. I'm like, wait, I've heard those words before. I don't know what's going on.
Is this the same guy that we were talking about in our first session together?
About how I got cheated and I got death threats on the internet one? Or is it a different?
No, I'm talking about the guy that we were talking about that liked you and then wanted a relationship with you.
No, it's a different guy.
It's a different guy?
Yeah. He's a coworker at my job.
So, did he come on to you at all?
Honestly, no. Because from what he told me, is that he thought I was going for another coworker, but the coworker that I was going for, he thought I was going for, actually has a girlfriend. So I was like backing off and it was like, yo, what's up? Just being friends with them. And yeah, it's like he actually likes me and I'm like, okay. I don't know what to do with this. I've never dealt with a dude, or I feel like it's going to bring me back memories of what happened to me in freshman year of high school, where I got death threats on the internet. Stay away from a guy who I thought who was single, because I given him advice saying my best advice is, if I were you, I would break it up because it's not a good relationship. But that is up to you. That's totally up to you. You make the decision. And let's just say the ex-girlfriend, she was not very happy.
I can see how that's really concerning dealing.
Yeah.
Especially since your past. And
yeah, I just don't want I don't want history to repeat itself. So that's where I'm like, I have no idea what to do.
And then the decision making and stuff, it goes back to that as well.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. It's just,
seems like there's a lot weighing on you.
Yeah, there is a lot, especially with like school and trying to do stuff that you want to do, but you can't do it because you don't have the actual stuff to do it, because you can't drive. I cannot drive because I have a vision problem. And with the vision problem, I have a depth perception view. You know how when you mow the lawn, you see like the difference between the tall grass and the low grass, and it's already fresh cut? I have a problem with that. I can see it, but it's...
Let me turn more towards you, by the way.
Okay. But I can see it, but it won't stick with me priorly. Like, I will notice that it's not fully cut anymore, or I just missed some spots and I want to redo it, but then it's like, I can't even do that. It feels like I can't do it.
So if I understand you correctly, it's when you're making turns that your vision kind of goes crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I can drive straight, but I just cannot make the right turns because I make right turns, which sucks. So, freaking much. Yay.
So I can see how that can be stressful for going to college and school and work all together, having to find rides places.
Yeah, because it has to be on their time and not on my time. It's like I have to wait for them, or I either have to pay them to take me to places, and I'm like, that's not fair for me to do. It's not fair for anybody. Especially me.
That can get crazy. Yeah, I can relate because I had a car crash myself, and definitely in the same boat, so I can relate to that.
Yeah, it's just I don't know what to do. Especially when you have a lot more stuff you're trying to figure yourself out, and especially when you just realize that you have an abandonment issue. You don't abandon people, it's just people abandoning you. That's hard for me to deal with because I just realized it. And it's hard for me to deal with it because I've been abandoned when I was younger, and it's making me feel like I cannot. It makes me feel like that's exactly what's going to happen to me every time. No matter who it is, whether they're a best friend or family, I'm going to get abandoned somehow. And I don't like being abandoned.
What makes you feel like they're going to abandon you?
I try to be myself, or I try to figure out myself, and they just don't like it, or they want to do something that I don't want to do. And it's like, oh, nah, let's not be friends with her anymore. But, yeah, she's nothing. She's not worth it. It's just, I thought those people who I was friends with in college were actually true friends, but no, they abandoned. They went towards the jerk who has very affected me very much.
Do you feel like your abandonment issue makes you attached to people and you call them friends, but then they're really not? And then that causes...
I feel like it is. I'm not entirely sure. It's just, I don't know what it is, but apparently I'm a social butterfly, but honestly, I don't feel like I'm a social butterfly at all. I just make things happen somehow. And it's just, I talk to people and it just happens somehow. I have no idea what the heck is going on with myself.
So what's happened in your past that caused the abandonment issues?
I was left as an infant at the very beginning of my life. And I was in the orphanage I was in a hospital for a year and then 2 years in an orphanage where I got judged as a baby because of my size and looks and everything else. It's just, everybody wants to leave me because of my looks, and it's not fair.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's not fair for my size or my weight to be part of liking me.
I'm sorry to hear that you feel that way too. Do you feel like you fit in with your family?
Honestly, I don't feel like I do.
Is there a way that you could express that to them?
I honestly have no idea because I'm just stumped. Like, I have no idea what to do. It's like, I don't want to hurt them. It's like, I want to put my boundaries up and tell them how the heck I feel, but then I don't want them to leave me and say, I don't want them to come back and saying, oh, well, we chose you, and make them not, love me or anything. It's like, basically saying all the stuff that's happened, I don't care. Like, I do care about those stuff. It's just, I don't feel like I belong with you because I'm not biologically. And I know that love, it doesn't matter what it is, if you're biologically or not. It's just, I don't feel right about myself, about anything.
Kat, sounds like you're afraid of mistakes, but we're only human. Everybody makes mistakes, and I'm sure your parents understand.
Yeah, but they just don't want to see me fail because apparently, from what I learned from what my mother has told me the other day, that I've actually let you fail. You got D's on this thing when you were being in regular class, and when you got to spec ed, you got completely A's. And it's like, I don't know. Well, what part of, why didn't you just put me in the spec ed in the very beginning? That's my question. Why didn't you just put me in there in the very beginning, at the very beginning? Just have me get through that.
Do you feel like they set you up for failure?
No, not really. It's just, I feel, if they fought for me very hardly, why didn't they just put me in spec ed at the very beginning and not put me in regular school? Because I had to repeat a grade, the first grade, and then go on, and it's just, I don't get it. I
you feel like you're loved?
I feel like I am, but I'm not entirely I feel like I am, but I'm not entirely sure because it's just so much has happened. It's like anxiety wants to come on top of the love and say, this is what's happened to you. You've done so much and there's nothing good happening. It's just a lot.
What makes you feel this way?
Getting told to focus when I'm trying to focus and then trying to deal with not knowing what to do because everybody's telling me to slow down when we're doing like the loadout, but they want things to be out and quick and get it done, and then they want everything out and out of the way as quickly as possible. There's no medium.
What are some ways that you think you can get yourself to focus? Like, is there like a routine that you come up with that could get you to focus?
I take a medication called Adderall to help me focus, but I don't. I do use caffeine to drink caffeine too, but it's just so much. I have no idea what else to do. It's just, I get this feeling sometimes there's anxiety in my throat, and I feel like I want to throw up, but I'm not. So I know that's definitely anxiety.
Why do you feel like you need to drink the caffeine in order to focus?
Because it would help me slow down a little bit or something. It doesn't have an effective on me, but it's a stimulant for something that I don't know, I've been hooked onto caffeine for a while, and especially to coffee, and that was from a job that I took a few years ago, and yeah, I don't like it being straight black. I like it with flavor.
Do you feel like you are sleep deprived?
I'm not entirely.
And maybe that's part of it?
Maybe. But I wake up with like sleep marks on my body. I'm like, okay.
It could be that you're not getting enough, though.
True. It's just so much.
Do you feel like you maybe work yourself too hard in order to show that you are worth it because you feel like you're not? And then in return, that's like degrading your health?
I'm not entirely sure because it's just. I feel like every time I try to do something negative gets thrown at me, and I try to like literally roll off my back or anything, but it's just there's certain negative stuff that's being told to me, and it's like I don't know how to take it. I don't know how to take it if it's a joke, or if it's something else. It's just I don't know what it is.
What kinds of negative things are being thrown at you?
I honestly have no idea right now. I can't even remember what it is. It's just that hard. It's just that exhausted right now. I am that exhausted. I am very just emotionally drained and mentally drained and physically drained. I rather just go out a day and just be outside with friends and just relax.
Taking a day seems to be what would help you. It seems like it would help you, so you can just pull yourself together and realize that.
Sometimes I feel like I don't want to come home from school because of my mom.
What's going on with you and your mom?
It's just I feel like she's getting on me more and more when I'm trying my best here, and it's like, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not you. I can't do everything that you want me to do that you did. things are different from you and me. We're kind of different. You think that you may know me all that well. I understand that. But honestly, if you think about it, what do you think I'm dealing with?
Do you feel like your relationship is strained because you're not biologically hers?
Yeah. I feel like it is because it's just, I can see a difference between my mom with my brother versus me.
What are some ways that you could probably express that to her? Or do you feel like you could express that to her?
I don't feel like I can because it feels like it's going to be a brick wall or just something else.
What makes you feel that way?
I guess since I've dealt with somebody who is pretty much a brick wall to me, I feel like everybody's going to be a brick wall to me.
It sounds like you have a lot of weight on your shoulders and a lot of fear, anxiety, and
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I really don't know what even happened to me. I was just trying to be myself, and everything just happens. Yeah. I don't know what just happened there. I'm so sorry. Okay, whatever the heck it just says. Let's keep going.
oh, laptop issues.
Yeah, sorry.
Is there a way that maybe you could get treatment for the anxiety?
I am already on Zoloft for it to help it out a little bit.
What are some other ways that you feel like you could reduce your stress?
I do listen to music, but honestly, what I really would like to do is go on a hike and listen to music. Like out in the mountains, not down in the nature trail and all that stuff, but out in the mountains where you can
Gotta
there's
get yourself
trails.
away from everything.
Yeah, where I can just climb and just see beautiful views and just say, hello, welcome to my world. And just scream on top of it. Say, nah.
I would definitely try taking like a couple mental health days to try to get away from the stress and stuff. See where that puts you.
I don't know what I could do for the mental health days without somebody else tagging along with me.
And I would definitely try to express the way that
Without the family
that
coming
you feel
along,
to
it's
your
like,
family.
Yeah. If I can get them to listen to that, it just feels like, oh, okay, where are you going? Everything else, blah, 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 blah. Who's going with you?
Do you feel the same way towards your closest friends?
What do you mean by that?
Like ones that you made before the people that you said that you don't trust? Like, do you have somebody close?
I mean, I do. I also feel like she needs to have a mental day and just come with me to go on a hike. We both need to go on a hike.
Do you feel like you fit in with them? Or that person?
I think so.
Do you feel like since you've gone off to college, that you're further away from her and that you've been disconnected and then that's bringing on your sense of abandonment as well?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It's just, I don't know, I can't get myself to drive home to go see her and every time, and I told her she can come up, but she doesn't want to drive by herself, and she'd rather have somebody drive with her, and I'm like, I don't know what else to do. I don't want my parents to come with her to take her there.
I can see how this whole situation is frustrating.
Yeah. just so much. It's like, I wish things can just be easier where I can just like drive and then I would drive right back with her. And then I can just like, she can drive the rest of the way. Like, I can go pick her up, we switch cars, switch seats, just tell her where to go. That's it. But I can't. It sucks.
So how is she doing with the whole situation as well?
I honestly have no idea because I haven't actually talked to her about it. Because it's been something on my mind and I just don't want to be, from what she has said, that whatever she...
So before we cut off, you were talking about how you felt like your friend was going to leave you because of the distance between college.
Yeah.
I can see how that was causing you a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, because I may not be there and there's like events that I would like to know if she's okay or stuff that's happening to her, and it's like I try to communicate. It just doesn't seem, technology doesn't seem like a good thing to communicate with somebody. I mean, you can text them and video chat them, but actually hang out with them physically, it doesn't connect very well.
So the technology and versus in person.
Yeah.
Do you
Yes.
feel like you're not connected in real life anymore?
Yeah, pretty much. Because life is just crazy and weird because we have all these... Everybody is so negative about each other when they need to be positive. And that's where I don't like to hear the negativity. And that's why I don't like one of my family members that is very negative. Actually, a few of my family members are very negative, and I don't want to be part of that. That's why I feel like I don't feel like I belong. I hear negative stuff, and I don't hear positive stuff. But it's just... But then when they bring positive stuff, it's about my brothers or something else, and I'm like, I am so confused and lost. There's nothing positive being told on me.
Do you feel like there's like some favoritism going on in your family?
Yeah, I feel like there is. Because I may be younger than 5 months, it's just I'm still the same age as them, and I may be in college, but I'm not like everybody else. I really like going on the Appalachian Trail. It was really nice.
How did the
Appalachian Trail?
Appalachian Trail make you feel when you were there?
I felt like I could, like, there was these pathways, these rocks and stones on there where there was like the roller coaster and everything. But there was like this pathway that I connected my life to, where every rock that's been sturdy and good has been the ones that have been there for me, and the good things that happen. And everything else that's like, slippery or making my ankles hurt or something, those are the ones that make me not strong enough for it. Like, I wasn't strong enough to do it and everything else, and it's just like, those are the ones that bailed on me, and I couldn't take care of them. Or they couldn't take care of me, and I did my best, and I'm still dealing with the pain from it. So it's the after effect. Like, I've done everything I've done so kindly to them, and I get pain from it, when I should be praised and happy and feeling like I can succeed and not feel like I don't have to give myself fully away and worry about everybody else without worrying about myself.
Do you feel like you worry about others before caring for yourself?
Yeah, I do that. It's a natural thing. I want to see if they're okay and everything, but I just don't know what to do.
So you're a natural helper, and then in return it affects your health because, I'm the same way. I can relate to that. I know how that makes you feel.
Yeah, it's just so much.
Maybe when there's something negative that flies your way, you could think of those rocks and the positives out of it. Like the fact that they came to you with the problem because they feel like you can fix it, so that in
And
turn,
that's where I feel like I haven't gotten that chance. It's like I always see that there's something wrong with them, and I want to help them, but they won't come to me. That's where I feel like the abandonment issue comes too, because it's like nobody's gonna want to come to me because I am different, or I am not able to relate or able to help them or make life with them, bring life with them or something, but everything.
Do you feel like your friend has other friends that she's closer with, and that's why? Yeah.
Like, I may have spoken a true feeling about somebody, and I didn't mean to do that, but it was just something that was bottling up in my head, bottling up with me, and I just couldn't let it kept in. It just felt like I had to say it exactly how I felt, and I'm sorry if I really am sorry if I made her upset about how I said the truth about her. But in all honesty, no matter who it is, even if they're your best friend, your family, or anybody is going to say stuff about you. It's just something new you're gonna have to deal with. It's just either you say, okay, wow, that it hurts me a little bit, but okay, what can I do to fix this idea? I don't know what else you want me to do, but I feel like everybody's afraid of the truth.
What are some ways that you've already tried to express the way you feel towards your friend?
I honestly cannot remember what it was. But I have no idea.
Do you remember how she took it?
No, I can't remember.
Do you feel like it was a positive way or a negative way?
It was both. It was in the middle.
So you have that uneasy feeling?
Yeah. It's just, I've felt that uneasy feeling before, and it wasn't with her, but it was with a certain other person that was an ex of mine who has affected me very much, and that's where I felt like everything, that's where I connect to everything, where everybody feels like it's a brick wall with them, because I dealt with a brick wall, and that was him.
It sounds like you're afraid of history repeating itself, so to say.
Yeah, history sucks. I don't want history to be repeating itself. And that's where I'm like, I don't know what to do with the friendship with the other guy that actually likes me, the one that I met at college, who actually has noticed my emotion when he was walking in the area. I don't want history to repeat itself where I feel like, oh, if I date him, I'm gonna feel like I'm not gonna feel like I want to be with them. I am like a friends with them, and then I hurt him.
Do you feel like maybe the distance has also caused you to not know her as well and her not to know you as well, and then that's put a spear in like the relationship?
Yeah, I feel like it is, because there's things that I like. There's like days that I wish I'm like, I really wish she was here right now because I'm about to blow and I want her to help me freaking calm myself down, but she has classes at different time and she's not awake, or she's at work, and it's like
Schedule interference.
yeah, just so much. I've also dealt with another internet threat thing on my life before. So that's twice I've been threatened on the internet. One was from Facebook and the other one's from Instagram, and that's where I had more panic attacks happening. Yeah, the second one was more the bigger panic attacks. Yeah. Because they said if not, I will have to deal with it. I will have to deal with you, and I will end it. And it just freaked me out because that just triggered me to what happened to me before, where I got threatened on the internet saying, leave my boyfriend alone or I'll beat the Is it okay if I can say the exact words what was said? Because it was it was
Beat the crap out of you.
no, it's not that one. It's the S word.
Yeah, I know, but I PG'd it.
Okay. Aw, I hate PG Gene. PG Gene. What? That's not even a thing, is it? No.
But in all seriousness, is there a way that you could cut down on triggers? Maybe.
I honestly have no idea because it's just that was like years ago when I got the first threat, and this is recently, like a few months ago, like while I was in school, and I did not know. I don't know how to deal with it.
Are the panic attacks like constant, like every day?
They would come and go, but there was like more days that I would be good, and then there's like be a few days that I have some of them. It's just that feeling in it. It's like, that doesn't feel right. What is going on? I don't know what's going on. That's freaking me out. So, it's that feeling of that panic attack that happens in this. It's either comes into my throat or comes into the chest like it's like fresh mint.
So
breath.
it's the fear of the unknown too?
Yeah. I don't know how to deal with it besides when I thought I was good for the past few months, but nah, there's like an even bigger explosion. I'm just hoping the next one won't be a bigger one where I end up self-injuring myself, which I'm hoping I'm not. I know I cannot do that. I know I don't want to do that.
So, in summary, it just seems like you have a lot of fear, anxiety towards being left, and you want that feeling of being loved,
And that
that you're not going to be left,
yeah.
and you have a lot of fear of the unknown, and
Yeah.
making bad decisions, and you want to look well towards your family.
Yeah, and I don't mean to make them feel upset or hurt on what's going on, but it's just, how am I supposed to deal with this stuff when you are just somehow from a different family, from a different world, and you're dragged along with this big baggage on you? How am I supposed to deal with this?
Do you feel like you overthink a lot?
Yeah, I do overthink a lot. It's just, no, I try not to overthink things. That's the thing. I try to not overthink. But it happens, and it's just something different every time.
Do you find yourself sometimes thinking of the next day before it happens?
What do you mean by that? Can you give me an example or something?
Like, do you find yourself fearing the next day while you're still in the present?
I mean, a little, but not entirely. I mean, it's a little bit there, but not entirely.
Because I was going to suggest maybe taking each day and getting through that instead of worrying about what's tomorrow going to be like before it gets here. And maybe that'll reduce your stress a little bit.
Yeah. It's just weird for me just to deal with this bullshit. Sorry about my language that's being thrown at me, and I've done nothing except do whatever I was trying to do with my own life and just deal with it. But I don't know what else to do. I don't know what anybody else wants me to do. I don't know what they want. I don't know what he wants. I don't know what she wants. I don't even know what I want anymore.
It is a lot to take on.
Because it's like everything I see, I just want to set everything on fire and just restart everything. Like, I really feel like I want to restart everything that I have caused problems with and just start new and just say, okay, this is a fresh new start. We can make my life a little more better. I just don't know when that's going to happen.
You can start that whenever.
But
You can start it tomorrow.
But it's where I feel like I'm gonna fall back into the old habits, and I won't even notice that I'm doing that.
How about like before, keep a journal, and each day write one positive and one negative. and like keep track of what those negatives are, and see if you're falling back in that hole. Once you do, you become aware of it.
And then I don't know how to treat it. That's the thing. I'm very new at things, so that's where I'm like, I'd rather have somebody like who's like, okay, this is how you can get rid of this negative. You just need to do a self-cleansing, and I'll help you through that or something. Have me help through that. And I know everybody has a life and everything, but
Well,
it's just I need somebody just to be there, just to help me do it for the beginning of it.
well, we're coming to the end of our session, so is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think I'm good.
Alright, I hope the rest of your week gets a little bit better.